Guys, welcome back. This is your boy again, Adamslink. How you guys doing? As usual, guys, support your boy. Like this video, comment, share it on all social media platforms. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Adamslink. And make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification to get updates anytime, any day I upload. Also, good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. So the first news here is about Messi, who just won his 7th Ballon d'Or. Honestly, based on my personal opinion, of course, I already posted that on my Instagram wall and I saw a lot of the comments. Most of you blasted me and some supported me. I said, based on my personal opinion, I think Messi do not deserve that award. 7th time. I wasn't even hoping Ronaldo to win it. I was hoping they will give it to another neutral person entirely. People who have actually worked so hard. Well, I saw a lot of the comments, and you guys made me know that my opinion does not matter. That Lionel Messi is the real Ballon d'Or winner, and he deserves it. But honestly, I do not think he deserves it. Seriously, we saw a lot of other players who have done well for themselves, perform way more than Messi. Let's be completely honest. 7th time, guys. Come on, man. This is a monopoly. It seems as if they promised Messi that Ballon d'Or if he moves from Barcelona to PSG. Not only Messi did. I'm a very great fan of Messi. In fact, Messi to me is the greatest player ever. But I wasn't expecting him to win that Ballon d'Or. I was expecting another person. He has won it enough. Don't be surprised next year again. He will still win it. No. And meanwhile, I saw a lot of people calling out Ronaldo. In fact, Ronaldo had to issue a public statement yesterday regarding an accusation that said that he wanted to retire with more Ballon d'Ors than Messi. So Ronaldo said today, explain why of Pascal Ferry's statement last week, stating that I confided in him that his only ambition was to end my career with more Ballon d'Or than Messi. Pascal lied, used my name to promote himself and to promote the publication he works for. It is unacceptable that the person responsible for awarding such a prestigious award can lie in this way. It's in total disrespect for someone who has always respected France football and the Ballon d'Or and lied again today, justifying my absence from the gala with an alleged quarantine that has no reason to be. I always congratulate whoever wins within sportsmanship and fair play that shaped my career from the beginning, and I do it because I've never against anyone. That's coming from Ronaldo. I always win for myself and the club I represent. I win for myself and those who wish me well. I don't win against anyone. The greatest ambition of my career is to win national and international title for the club I represent and for my country national team. The greatest ambition of my career is to be a good example to all those who are or wish to be professional footballers. My biggest career ambition is to have my name written in the golden letter in the history of the world football. I finished my saying that my focus is already on the next game of Manchester United and everything that, together with my teammates and our supporters, we can still conquer this season. The rest of it, the rest is just the rest. That's coming from Ronaldo. Of course, people are saying, oh, Ronaldo is jealous. That's why he never attended that event, that Ballon d'Or event. That Ronaldo is jealous of Messi. Well, Ronaldo just, for the first time, publicly acknowledges, publicly issued a statement that he is never jealous of Messi or anybody. Well, let's just watch that. Then let's move from football. Let's talk about other issues, definitely from Nigeria entertainment. Firstly, this one is coming from Basketmouth. You know, he made a statement concerning what happened between Rema and DJ Neptune. He said, there are two ways to call people. a phone call, social media call out. The letter is lame and disrespectful, especially when you have their phone numbers. So Rema should have called the negative. People are fond of just going to social media, boom, oh, I represent, I call this, I do that, I do that, I do this. The only time that I feel that I will ever support anybody calling anybody out on social media is when you have called that person several and that person refused to answer you, or refuse to do, or refuse to understand with you, and you think you are right, then why not call that person out on social media? You are good to go. Then guys, of course, Wizkid O2 Arena number 2, night 2, was yesterday, and he brought out Bella, Buju, Black Bones, and other acts. Honestly, I felt really, man, there's nothing short of greatness. Honestly, greatness. Africa to the world. In fact, every other nation in Africa are majorly respecting Nigeria, majorly because of our entertainment industry, majorly because of music industry. And guess what yesterday, guys? There's this man that made the sum of £100,000 selling Wizkid tickets, O2 Arena tickets. Apparently, while those tickets were out, he immediately bought many. And on that day, he sold one VIP ticket for £2,000, making himself £100,000 profit. He made a video about it, so check him out.
I've made from Wizkid, yeah. I want to know how much Live Nation has made, because I'm only dealing in tickets, and I've almost done 100 grand on just Wizkid. I want this Live Nation making on 4 dates, because we were just doing Wizkid. I love you, baby. I love you, Wizkid. I really love you. Listen, let me sing. Oju Elegba, my story. Ooh. I know people think I'm just trying shit, but let me say something to you. If I say this, then I'll go viral. I don't want before they come and say, Burna Boy, come out and attack me. But the truth is that Wizkid is a fucking brand. Like, the value of your brand, you don't have to force it on people. People will set it themselves. I swear to God, I sold tickets £1,000 to some people. They didn't even turn up. They didn't even stress me the next day. I sold tickets on people for $850. They just sent
it's crazy, right? Honestly, man, see just money. And again, guys, one thing about this artist, they directly and indirectly provide employment. Even for myself as well. I'm eating through their Wizkid, their Davido, their Burna Boy, another Nigeria issue, indirectly. I'm not directly employed under them, but talking about them actually make me money. And I bet you this O2 Arena stuff actually has made me some few pounds or some few dollars indirectly. That is a culture. You understand? People eating from that culture. That is it, guys. That is what I like. Wizkid selling out O2 Arena. He never knew that people are actually benefiting directly from that O2 Arena. In fact, there's a way someone will sing. It doesn't really necessary to be gospel song. There are people who are sick now. When they listen to Wizkid, they are calm. Or when they listen to a favorite artist, they are really calm. Their blood temperature will just reduce. No heartache, nothing. That is healing. Music has power. Then guys, as Simi said, you all look at the magic our people are doing worldwide. That Wizkid show was a madness. Then someone said, Wizkid gave Naramali, Fireboy, Osley, Loje, Ricardo Banks, Black Bones, Ty, Tems, Bella, Smother, etc. their debut O2 Arena performance. No better way to put the next generation on. This is a highly commendable for Afrobeat greatest of all time. Well, and I can't remember this stuff. I can't remember the tweet. Someone said, that no one should come out to say Burna Boy, Davido, or Wizkid are fighting for the number one spot when it comes to the greatest Africa entertainer or Nigeria entertainer. No one should call Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy as number one. Now, Wizkid is number one, then Burna Boy and Davido can fight for number two spot. I am not the one saying it. I am not the one saying it. It's someone who said it. You understand? So do not say I say it, because tomorrow now Davido might just do his own and boom, Burna Boy again. So I love the indirect competition, but thank God they are all from Nigeria. They are all from Nigeria. Only Nigerians are doing that. Well, that's what I'm really, really grateful for. And Buju said, I was at O2 and I had people singing my song back to me. I'm from Bangkok and not a lot of people believe me. And some hate me for whatever reason, but I did that. Grace did that, Wizkid did that for me. Well, thank God for Wizkid, and of course, Davido will also get his will also perform at O2 Arena very, very soon. Then again, Wizkid has another show tomorrow. No, today. Later tonight, today, another sold out O2 Arena show. 3 days straight. 3 days straight. That is greatness, guys. That is greatness. And check out the numbers of celebrities who came out to watch Wizkid. Hollywood celebrities. Well, there's nothing short for our greatness. Then let's move forward. Check out the innocent man who was recently discharged and acquitted for a crime he didn't commit, and from Nigeria. This one is coming from Nigeria. Living Saint, who is a barrister, said, I went to the magistrate court 3 years ago to get a date, and I saw this young man. He was crying and praying. I went and sat beside him and asked him why he was crying. He kept on saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. He was remanded by the magistrate court. He was reminded by the magistrate on the count of kidnap and other related offenses. No complaint. No complaint. This guy was just arrested on count of kidnapping and other offenses. I mean, I don't want to complain about this guy. He told me his story. I believed him. I told him I would take it up on pro bono. He lay there and started praying for me. I pushed for his matter to be charged at the High Court. Today, the 29th of November 2021, the judge of the High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has confirmed he didn't do it and has declared him innocent, discharged and acquitted. It can only be God for the sake of God and humanity. This guy was just arrested. No complaint at all. Of course, we know we are passing through a really difficult situation when it comes to kidnapping. But that doesn't mean that you will just be jailing innocent people for nothing. No complaint. Nothing was against this guy. You guys arrested him, of course, by the police as well. Arrested him and just put some right up on ground and call him a kidnapper. People are actually wicked. But thank God for this guy. And I pray someone he can be able to pick up the pieces. Meanwhile, Senator O.J. Kalu visited Ronaldo Kanu and asked him to embrace peace. He said, this afternoon I visited my brother Mazi Ronaldo Kanu in DSS custody Abuja. I met him in good health and care, and we discussed. In 2001, when I was a governor, I made his father Easy Israel, traditional ruler of Afara, and since then the family has been very close to me. I understand that Unadi has an insane amount of people rooting for his back home, and I encourage him to consider the consequences of certain action and utterances for the sake of the same people. Even though my ideology and his ideology are totally different, God has made us brother, and we can't run away from each other. I owe him and Nigeria good counseling. Whether he and his family listen to me or not, I will continue counseling him as I have always done in the past. What we need more is a peaceful and secured society That is coming from Senator Oji Kalu. Met with Ronaldo Kanu. So, to Ronaldo Kanu supporters, do you support Ronaldo Kanu to embrace peace and proper way of dialoguing with the government? Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari met with Igbo leaders few weeks ago, and he said he's going to look into Ronaldo Kanu case to check if he will release him or not, because that was some of the things those Igbo leaders laid down for the president. Then I check out this really shocking story of a man who narrated why he evicted his friend. He said, I evicted a friend who was partying with me while in Uniport. Chima wasn't a student. Since his admission was not genuine, he had to leave ABSU and was looking for a way to get into Uniport. Things were good till Chima met Ineka. Every time I get home from class, Ineka is lying on my bed with Chima. Most of the time, I give them space and go to a neighbor room to chill. I called Chima, had a conversation with him about how inconvenient it is to always have Ineka around all the time. He promised it would change. Well, there was no changes, but it didn't last for a week. Things changed when I went to Chuba campus to read for 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. I was tired and exhausted. When I got home, Chima and Ineka was already lying and gisting on my bed. I didn't say anything. To make the matter worse, they finished all the food left in the house. I didn't bother. I swallowed Gary and salt and went to lay on the floor with wrapper. I couldn't sleep earlier because I was still trying to internalize all that I read. As at 12:24 a.m., Chima and Ineka started their usual ramble. This was my first time sleeping in the room when Ineka was around. I usually just sleep in a neighbor's apartment. They started making some funny sound, quite like vagina farting. I guess Chima had his finger inside her. I was already mad angry, so I closed my eyes and tried to force myself to sleep. But the noise and the movement of the sheet kept disturbing. Chima started combing Nika and I lost all sleep. I lay there like a rescued cat. They probably thought I was sleeping already. Suddenly, I felt a warm fluid-like stuff on my head, just very close to my ear loop, dripping down my neck. Out of immediate curiosity, I touched it and I felt stinky. I quickly stood up and went to the bathroom, turned on the light, and it was Pam. Hey, Wahala. Chima pulled out my hair. Or was it for Ineka? F no. This is the height of the nonsense. House I pay 100% for. I took my shower and went back to lay down. The next morning, I told Chima to leave my house. If this story is actually really, really true, guy, you took so long to ask Chima to leave your house. You took it down too long. But sometimes we have such friends. We think about, God, if I do this guy this thing, how will God feel, or how will the nature feel with me? You know, we are so attached to some people, we are so close to them that we do not want to hurt them by telling them the truth. Honestly, it took so damn long to drive that chip out of your house. In fact, me myself currently are passing through a difficult situation with a friend that are also close to my heart. But today, not today. Whatever I need to do, today I must do it. Today I must do it. That time of friends taking advantage of us, please don't let it happen to you. Don't give them that room. Do not give them that room. That saying that goes that do not trust a friend, or do not do business with friend, or do not invite or stay with a friend in your house. I swear that thing is actually really, really right. 95% right. Meanwhile, there are also other sweet story behind it though, but majority of people there are spoiling other people. I talk about the head of an average Nigerian man. is filled with marriage. She said, an average Nigerian head is filled with marriage. They live to marry. It doesn't concern them if there's a pandemic or the world is burning down. As long as they get to marry, they are okay. Your family would regard your success in a Nigerian home if you are not married. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Your family would regard your success. They will still call you irresponsible person. Because that is the ultimate success. People won't respect you because you are not married. They won't rent you out for same reason and think it's an insult point to say you are unmarried. When good doesn't work, they advise you to marry. When good keeps being good, they advise you to marry. Nothing concerns them whether you decrease or not, as long as you shall marry. That's not to say marriage is bad, as I have never been myself. Just don't center your whole existence on marriage. Marriage should not define you as a person. Try to enjoy life outside the thought. Well, that's absolutely correct though. Absolutely, really, really correct. But oh man, our mind is already programmed to always see marriage as the ultimate thing. If you know marriage, even my dad still think I'm irresponsible, despite the things I'll be able to acquire myself. Still think, man, you are not responsible. It doesn't show the sign of responsibility if you are not married. The matter would invest me, weigh me for mind. Well, let's move forward. And this one is coming from Nigeria's richest woman, a billionaire, a businesswoman, sorry. It's a Nigeria billionaire businesswoman, Fola Rosho, has directed how God stopped her from using jewelry. According to Church Time, she said, she's a preacher now. She's a businesswoman and a preacher as well. She said, I used to love jewelry. I had all kinds, and the jewelry had to match every cloth I wore. In those days, I used to tell God not to take jewelry from me. If anybody had come to me and told me not to wear jewelry, I would not have listened to the person. I would have wondered where that person is coming from. But by the time God started dealing with me on it, I had no option but to do away with it. That night, according to her, who is one of the richest women in Africa, said the turning point began when she started bleeding from her earlobe while she was sleeping. That night, just suddenly found I was bleeding from my earlobe. I did not sleep with earrings that night, so I wondered what could have caused the bleeding. My earlobe became stinky. When soap touches it while I was having a bath, it was hurting. She said a week before that experience, her younger sister had a dream that she saw that her earlobe had cut. That dream was almost becoming reality. At a particular time when we were praying, a nephew of mine asked if I put lipstick on my earlobe because it had become red. The experience was not funny, but to cut a long story short, it took 10 days for God to deal with me finally. I gave it up. Now I am free. Well, I do not understand. When you wear jewelry, some ear or something, does it really affect your ear? I don't understand that. Make me understand, guys. Well, she's a billionaire, and whatever a billionaire said, I think we should kind of like listen to her because she have experienced all the sweetness this art have to offer. So I think people will definitely listen to her more than how they will listen to a poor man or a poor woman who is preaching. Then to end this video, check out a man who confronted a soldier who destroyed his car. You know, we are passing through police brutality, soldier brutality. In fact, all brutalization, we are passing through it in this country.
Why would you tell me to move my car here? When you broke my glass? How am I going to do this one? You broke my glass. I did not do any offense. There was no offense committed. There was no offense committed, okay? There was no offense committed. You did not ask me to stop. We were going. You asked us to go. You asked me to run. Yes. You asked me to run. You asked me to go.
I don't want to read what she wrote, but on a serious note, honestly, if they ask that small boy to pull his uniform and they should fight as a civilian, do you think that guy can be able to start that owner of that car? All those soldiers say, you now not get power. If they say, okay, you know what, stop using your uniform to oppress. Who that your uniform say make you a person me you want oppress blow? No one has said blow fight. I bet you that person will mess you up. Will mess you up. It's just so crazy to see a average Nigerian youth who is in a police force or soldier. The only thing they have in their mind, in fact, police is recruiting now. They are doing recruitment now. And I bet you some people want to join police force not because they want to impact positively, because they want to show power. They want to show, yes, even their own parents want their children to be in the police force because they want people to fear them in society. That is how crazy it is, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Support Adamslink, and I'll see you next time.